Hey you guys, my name is Charlotte and today I filmed a tutorial for you guys on this look right here. This is my go-to glam look for the summertime. It's super glowy, but it's also a little bit sultry. I wouldn't consider this like an everyday glam look because you wouldn't want to wear this on an everyday basis. I don't think so. But when I need a glam look for an event or I'm going out or something, this is definitely what I gear towards. It's not too dramatic, but it's definitely more than you would wear on an everyday basis. I really hope you guys enjoy this tutorial and I hope you guys like my channel. Without further ado, let's just get right on into the video. Okay, so the first step, we're going to create our base and we're going to hydrate our skin. This is super important, especially for me because my skin is super dry. So I'm going to use this moisturizer by L'Occitane. It's the Ultra Rich Moisturizer. And this is super thick, so I would really recommend this if you have dry skin. But if your skin is oily, don't go for this. Go for something a little bit lighter and oil-free. So I'm just going to take this and rub it all over my skin, and I tend to just pat this into my skin. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is apply my face primer. Even though I start out with my eyes, I want to put my face primer on so it has a little bit of time to sink into my skin while I'm working on my eyes. So I'm just going to take this face primer by Urban Decay and focus it right here on my cheeks and under my eyes and then my T-zone. Alright, so I like to start with my eyes just so that any fallout from the eyeshadow I use doesn't mess up my foundation. So I'm just going to start out by taking my Holy Grail tape and applying this in just an angle on the outer corner of my eyes just to make sure my eyeshadow looks sharp. Because I really don't like rounded eyeshadow looks or anything like that. I love when my eyeshadow looks super sharp on the edge. And also, if you have trouble with wing liner, you can leave this on and it will help you too. But I take it off when I do my eyeliner. So now I'm going to prime my eyes. I'm just going to start out with a concealer to even out my skin tone. But then I'm going to apply a primer after. I like to double prime. I did not need my eyeshadow going anywhere. My eyes are super red, my eyelids, so this really helps. Alrighty, then I'm going to prime with some eyeshadow primer. I'm just going to take this creamy color from my Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette. And I'm just going to set that primer just to make all the other eyeshadows easier to blend out so that the primer isn't sticky. Then I'm going to take this big fluffy blending brush and I'm going to take this peachy color, anything light orange. And I'm going to use this as my transition color. This works really well with warm eyeshadow looks. So I'm just going to start right here and just blend this all over my crease. And you don't have to be precise about this. I just use something super fluffy and blendable so that you don't get harsh lines or anything. This is really just to start out your eyeshadow look. I'm going to go in with the Morphe M200. It's just a smaller, more precise blending brush. And I'm going to take the orange color directly next to it. I really love oranges and warm colors in the fall and the summer. They're just my favorite. And I'm going to go right here in the crease, this area right here. And just focus this right here. Kind of just push your brush in right there and just go back and forth. And when you have the tape on, it makes it super easy because you're not going to go too far out. You can just literally go all the way out here and just draw back and forth and it will keep it super clean. That's super messy. We're just going to go back in with that color we applied the first orange shade with and blend it out. This little blending brush is going to save your life. I swear this brush will blend out all your problems. Now I'm going to go back into that orange color and continue just building up the intensity of it, because once you blend it out it goes a little bit more natural and I just want to keep building it up. And then go back and blend it out. And I'm going to take the Morphe M332. And this is basically the same brush, but it's a little bit more dense and tapered so that we can focus the color in one spot and it won't blend it out. And I'm going to take this camel color right here. And I'm just going to really put that in the same spot. But this is just going to focus a little bit more of the color on your eyelid and not make it so soft. Alright, so now I'm going to take this eyeshadow by Ofra. It's kind of a rose gold pigment. It's in the shade Bronze. And this is really, really good for this look. And I'm just going to take this flat shader brush from Morphe. And this color is... It will change your life. Okay, so I'm just going to pat this on my lid. And when it gets wet, this color is a little bit harder to blend out. So I always apply some wet and then I pick a little bit more up on a blending brush and blend it up a little bit. Just so it doesn't look so sharp. But these mineral eyeshadows work really, really well when you get them wet. It intensifies the color so much. And you have a whole different kind of color. And for the finishing touch, this really isn't necessary, but I love my eyes to be super glittery and super fun. This is the NYX Roll-On Shimmer in Nude. Nude? I thought that was Daphne, but I have no idea what that says. What in the world? Can somebody please pronounce that for me? I will show. Nude. I have no idea, y'all. Anyways, I'm going to take this. It's also just a rose gold color. And I'm just going to put this basically all over the whole look. And then we're just going to blend it out. Because it's really just glitter. You don't have to be precise. Just put it everywhere. Take this tape right off. Now we're going to add some eyeliner to this. And I'm going to, of course, make a wing to go along with my sharp makeup. And this is the NYX Matte Liquid Eyeliner. Okay, so I've done my wing on this eye, and I could not stay in frame. So, let me try again on the other eye. I always start in the inner corner. I don't know how people do it on the other side. I just have to start over here and work my way out. I finished with my winged liner. I go back and do my lashes and my other eyeliner after I finish my face, because I feel like when I bake, the powder gets in my eyelashes. And y'all, I cannot stand that. Okay? So, start off by spraying my face with this Smashbox primer water. And this is, not only is it going to prime my face a little bit more, but it's going to set this glitter and stuff. So, I love that stuff. Okay. And now I'm going to use the MAC Studio Sculpt Foundation and the Cover FX Natural Finish Foundation. Both of these are really good for dry skin. So once again, if you do not have dry skin, but I am part reptile, I think. So I'm going to put a little bit of the Cover FX one. This one is super full coverage, so I don't use as much of this, especially since it's getting towards the summer. And then I'm going to put a little bit of the MAC one. And I'm in NC15 in the MAC one, and I think N10 in the Studio, or the Cover FX one. And then I'm also going to put a drop of the Smashbox Primer Oil. Y'all, I freaking dropped this and spilled all of it. I did not use all of this. I'm so upset. Okay, just one little drop. Because this stuff, oh my god. Also, do not put that primer oil on your face if your skin is oily. Girl, you are going to look disgusting. I'm very, very sorry. Go with a mattifying primer, please. So I'm just going to dot this little concoction on my face. I'm just going to take my Real Techniques little sponge and start pushing that into my skin. And this is super wet. Like, I can't just use it when it's a little bit damp, this sponge, because, once again, I'm a reptile. So, I just do everything I can to hydrate my face. Okay, so now for my concealer, I'm going to use the NYX HD Concealer. This stuff literally makes my skin look so smooth. So I'm just going to put a little bit of it under my eye. Well, maybe a lot. And this is in the lightest shade. It's CW01. And I'm just going to take the smaller end of this sponge and just push this under my eyes in a little triangle. I'm kind of highlighting, but when you're as pale as me, it's really hard to highlight because nothing is lighter than you. And I still haven't found anything that is light enough to really highlight my skin. So I just don't do it. I mean, this is going to brighten up my under eyes and everything, but I just don't feel like it looks any different color from the rest of my face. So now I'm going to set this under eye concealer with this Derma Blend powder. I really like this because it doesn't like change colors on me. It doesn't get any darker than this color. So I'm just going to go backward just to fill in my fine lines. This isn't necessarily baking because I'm not putting that much on. I just want to set it. Oh, that's cute. I just want to set it. I'm using a little bit more than usual, but I don't use enough to consider it baking. Then I'm going to take this powder by It Cosmetics. I think it's the by Pores powder. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this on a fluffy brush. And just cream highlight and contour palette. This is in deep, so obviously I'm not going to be highlighting with this. But this this third color right here, even though this is cream, I still do it after I set my powder, because if I don't, I just feel like it looks super muddy. And I'm just going to take this Real Techniques brush and see how it's like not pigmented at all. Like no matter how many times I swirl on this, this really doesn't have a lot of pigment. So I had originally got the light one to use, but girl, I couldn't even see it. So yeah, I'm just, and this has like a really dry consistency. It's really not like cream. So if you use a really dense brush, it's kind of like putting powder on, but I just really like the color of this. So I'm just warming up with this. I'm not really contouring. From that Anastasia contour kit, I'm going to take this Real Techniques brush and just contour a little bit more. Oh, that looks really good. Okay. Okay, then I'm just going to put some peachy blush on my cheeks. So I'm going to spray my fan brush. And I'm going to take, this is Moonstone by Becca. It's a little baby one. And just start loading on this highlighter. And just don't stop until you're blonde. Curled my lashes, and now I'm just going to apply a coat of mascara before I put my false lashes on. That is the only way for them to blend good. Okay, when my lashes dry, I'm going to work on my eyebrows. I'm just going to brush through them and fill them in with this little micro pencil from NYX. This is really comparable to the Anastasia one. The only problem that I have with the Anastasia one is it breaks so much to me. Like every time I would push it on my face, it would break. So, and it was too expensive for it to be breaking like that. So I just pretty much trace under, above, and then just kind of fill them in. And the very last step is going to be our lips, and I'm just using MAC's Cream Cup. I already put a little bit on. It's just my favorite lipstick. Super universal. It's kind of like your lips, but better. And then I'm just going to set my whole face. That is my completed glam look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so I can know that I should be making more videos for you guys. And if you have any requests on what you want me to make, just comment down below and I'll get right to it. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching.